Yo, it's your guy Brahma, and in this video I'm going to reveal the secret plugin that has been in the works for over a year. I've been working on this plugin since last July, and it is about to be released within the next month. And here's the thing, it's only going to be available to a select few of music producers, so pay attention to this video and I'm going to tell you exactly how you can get it. But let me show you what it is, man, and then I'm gonna play you this beat that I did with it. Man, I used all of I only use sounds from this plugin besides the drum tank. The drum tank is definitely all of the drums in here. So I really only used two plugins to bring this beat to life, and it came out banging. So here's the plugin, man. The Arsenal plugin. As you see, it's an Ape Army plugin, so only the troops inside the Ape Army are going to get this plugin. If you're watching this inside the Ape Army, you're going to be unlocking this plugin very soon. So in your second month as being a part of the Ape Army, you're going to receive this plugin. Okay, so no extra cost, no nothing. It's going straight to you. No other producers outside the Ape Army are going to be able to have access to this plugin. We're keeping this one exclusive, completely exclusive. If you're a producer who's not a part of the Ape Army yet and you want to get access to this plugin when it drops, make sure you sign up below. You get a free 30-day trial when you grab the drum tank plugin for $1. This beat I'm about to play, I did the drums using the drum tank plugin. It's banging. Look at my previous video where I go through more details on how the drum plugin works. I put the link in the description to join the Ape Army right now and get that drum tank plugin and eventually get access to this plugin. So check it out. Click on the link in the description for more information. Let me point this out too though. You see the gorilla, the militant gorilla, the Ape Army troop with the banana clip in his mouth. The banana clip symbolizes the expansions. These expansions should be called banana clips because they allow you to reload your ammunition, which is your sound, your power, your firepower as a music producer. So every month or even before then, depending on your engagement in the community, you're going to be able to unlock exclusive expansions for this. So just by you making posts inside the community, responding to other producers' posts, helping other producers out, being a great troop in the army, helping your fellow troop, iron sharpens iron, you're going to be rewarded by unlocking exclusive expansions for this plugin and the drum tank plugin and another plugin that is going to be revealed very soon. And there's going to be a lot of other things revealed as we keep this thing going. So I just wanted to make sure that you understood what this symbolizes. The gorilla with the banana clip in his mouth is firepower and ammunition that's going to be added to your arsenal. Make sure you stay tuned for the whole video though too, because I'm going to be walking you through each sound bank in this plugin, and I'm going to break it all down and show you what we did with these sounds, man. All these sounds are analog, already ready to go. There's a trick I did with the bass line in here that I've never revealed before, and I usually wouldn't, but this is a special occasion. So if you want some of that sauce, make sure you watch the video all the way through. Okay, so we have basses. There's about 12 basses inside this plugin, and keep in mind, that's just for now. So we're going to be expanding. This is going to be the most exclusive, most expansive plugin on the market, period. Well, I should say off the market because it's not going to be released publicly. But so there's 12 basses, and as you can see the names, it's all military themed and funk themed too, because these basses are funky, of course. There's 10 leads in here, and all these leads, every sound has been processed through SSL analog channels. You know how we get down here. So all of these are warm. They sound like something you will find out of a Moog. I'm saying Moog because I usually say Moog, but I know it's pronounced Moog, so I'm trying to get my pronunciation correct, okay, politically correct. I still want to say Moog though, I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, so there's leads, then there's 10 pads, and these pads are so plush, so floaty, if that's a word. They're so floaty, atmospheric. I'm going to play you what I did with these pads, man, and I combined two of them together to create a new sound that never existed before to build up the part of the pre-hook and the chorus. I'm going to show you how I did that too. There's 10 plucks in here, and these plucks are like none that you've ever heard before. And there's also some effects. There's an extra effects expansion I'm including in the download. This would usually come separately because it's a whole different expansion in itself. The factory sounds are called artillery synths. That's what these bass, leads, pads, and plucks are part of. And this one, this M4 effects expansion, is completely different, and these effects are crazy. I'm going to go through some of them too in this video. Let me play you the beat though first so you can hear what I did with it. Let me play you the beat right now. There you have it, man. That's the beat. So I'm gonna break down the melodic instruments that were used. You already know I used the drum tank plugin for the drums. As I said, the booby trap drums, they go hard. You get this plugin for $1 just by becoming part of the Ape Army. I've left a link in the description so you can go grab this right now and test out the Ape Army for 30 days, free trial. You can cancel anytime. It's no contract, no nothing. Let me get into these sounds though. I'm sorry, I just had to let that be known. Ironclad pad, which is the Arsenal in the Arsenal plugin. Let's play that. Atmospheric. Right? You hear how floaty that is. And there's a lot I could do with that sound. There's onboard effects like reverb and delay that I could utilize. And there's a delay on here that I've used. I could change the timing of it, the feedback, and all of that. So I have complete control over this. I could add a chorus to it. I could add some distortion. I could pitch it. There's a lot I could do. So this plugin is low-key a sound design tool in its own right. The next pad I layered it with is this Legion pad. Every pad and lead have their own character, and they've already been designed for you. So that's the thing. A lot of producers don't want to have to buy a plugin with weak ass presets that you have to keep tweaking in order to get the sound that you want. It's not what you want to do. You want presets that you could load up and be ready to go with. I wanted to play it back because I was talking over, but I had to get that out, man. So here's this next sound, right? 5-star bass. There's 1 and 2. That's something easily DJ Mustard, DJ Battlecat, Brahma. I got to give myself credit too. You know, I get down with the funk. Anyway, and I did something crazy with these bass lines. There's actually 2 bass sounds in here if you didn't hear. So check this out. What I did was there's this Jekyll bass, right? Let me play that for you. Right? So it just kind of does a transition, but I blended them together. So listen with it together. I wanted to give the bass more flavor rather than it just doing the same thing repeating over. I wanted to give it some transition kind of vibe. So I would say, let me go under it with another bass line and make that bass line like slide and groove in between what the bass notes are playing on the lead bass. So you could do that. That's a sound designer, or should I say music production tip that they used to do back in the day. You would hear live guitars and synthesizer, synth bass blended together, and some of them playing different things, licks in between. So don't be afraid to experiment like that, man. That's what brought this track to life and gave it its own kind of vibe. Check this out. This is the lead. It's called the antenna lead. You hear, man, you hear that mug is singing. That's what the lead is really about, man. The lead is singing how you feel. And when you have the sound to bring that to life, it's going to invoke something out of you that you didn't even know. It's going to bring your voice out of you. But you got to have the right sounds. Sometimes you think you got beat block, but it's not beat block because you're using weak ass sounds. Weak sounds that ain't got no analog vibe to them. They got no raw, warm energy to them. So of course they're going to feel stale. I remember when I first used a DAW, right? Because I come from keyboards and drum machines. So when I first used the DAW, that was the first thing I realized was the stock sounds inside the DAW were not thick enough. I had to keep layering sounds in order to bring the other sounds, all the harmonics inside the sound to life. I had to create new sounds every time I made a beat just to have a thick enough sound to express with. Because if you're trying to work with the weak shit, it's not going to hit your soul. It's not going to tap your heart, right? You got to have sounds that act like a defibrillator, like they bring you to life. They shock your chest. And then your body, your soul is going to start playing for you. You don't have to worry about forcing nothing. It's all going to come to life on its own. Any real producer can attest to that. They know exactly what I'm talking about. M4 effects, right? That's that transition, man. It adds that transition from one section to the next to let you know, to let the listener know, like, yo, it's about to get live again. That's what it's about. So when you have these type of effects, man, it's going to bring your stuff to life. Let me go through a few of these sounds so you can hear what I'm talking about. We're going to go through each bank. And that's why I did this beat the way I did. I used a sound from each bank, if you didn't realize. I use a sound from each bank just to give you an idea of how it's going to sound and to test myself, because originally when I did this, I was just kind of testing myself to see what was, how could I do a beat with each bank? And I was able to. This the 5-star bass, right? That's what you heard in there. But I'm going to go to another bass that you didn't hear, right? There's this mustardy bass. And that's definitely got that DJ Mustard kind of vibe. Right? Funky. I'm gonna give you one more bass because I don't want to play too many of these basses because these are for Ape Army members and these sounds are super exclusive. I don't want anyone else to really be able to hear all these sounds. So that's the whole point of this plugin. It's going to become an arsenal for you, your personal sound arsenal. Producers need that to develop our sound. So not too many producers are going to be able to get their hands on this unless you're a part of the Ape Army. Listen to that. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's already ready to go. I'm going to play you some of these lead sounds. You've heard the antenna lead. There's a Moorish lead that I was going to use, but I didn't use it in this beat. All the sounds are already programmed the way that you need them to be to. You see the glides already on here, set the legato, there's a delay, there's reverb. You don't really have to touch too much. This is a bang and go type of plugin. I'm gonna play you one more. This is one of my favorite leads, man. Crybaby lead. Come on, man. It's crying. You can feel that in your soul. What are we doing? Okay, so let me play you some of these pads, man. That's the espionage pad. Every pad has its own atmospheric soul print to it, man. I'm telling you. That's why it's taken so long to bring this plugin out. Been waiting for the perfect time. And also making sure every sound is intact. Now that I got the Moog Messenger too, I've got a whole bunch of more sounds that haven't even been put into this plugin yet that I've been tweaking and refining and everything. So you may get a secret expansion when this plugin drops, just to add, you know, some extra flair and give you some more inspiration. Because right now this is 70 sounds already in here, including the M4 effects. Crazy. Moroder pad. Right, I can modulate it. There's a lot I could do, man. There's a lot I could do with this. I could set it to pan automatically just based on the mod wheel if I want to, and mess with the rate and the amount. Right? You see how it's like that? Now I can slow it down. So now it's going from ear to ear, real slow. Change the amount. You see, look at the levels on the screen. You can see it going from left to right. I can stop it with I can control it with the mod wheel. That's why I say this is a sound design tool within itself. I could turn this pad into something completely different, right? But we'll talk about that later. I just wanted to show you the sounds. So let's go into the plucks. I just want to play a couple of the plucks for you. That's the 50 cal pluck. And I'm gonna just go to a random pluck, manacle pluck. And I'm going randomly because I want you to be able to hear that there's no fillers in here. I can go from the first sound to the last sound. You're going to hear nothing but heat. And I can say that, man, because I put my soul in heart all into the sounds to make sure that they come out the way that they're supposed to, the way that you would hear on analog gear, because that's what's missing in the digital space. There's not a lot of sounds being ran through converters. A lot of these sound designers and producers selling their own loop packs and plugins have been lazy. And I understand, because it takes a lot of work, but I put the work in. That's why it's taken me a year to bring this plugin out. These are the M4 effects. Crazy. Right? And I'm gonna just go through a few of these. That's going to add that ear candy to your beat. One of the 7 elements of beat making, my formula, is background sounds. And this is what you need to add that flair, to bring that life to your tracks. That just sounds crazy right there, bruh. And as you get toward the end, the effects get longer. Come on, man. If I added a delay to that and some reverb, I'm going to make the delay go a little bit longer, and I'm going to turn the release up so I could just hit the button one time. That's like some Just Blaze. Okay, that's enough, man. That's all I can show you, man. I can't show you too much. This plugin is exclusive to the Ape Army. Become a part of the Ape Army. You can grab it. It's going to be unlocking within your 2nd month that you've been with the Ape Army. And then there's another plugin coming after that too. I might do a reveal on it soon, but look, this is really what it is. And like I said, I might throw a secret expansion for that 2nd month as well, just because I know that it's going to inspire you. And the new sounds that I've been working on and tweaking for this plugin, out of this world. Okay, anyway, I'll catch you in the next video. Make sure you check out this video right here though, where I show you more about the drum tank plugin that you get for $1 just by joining the Ape Army. You get it for $1 with the 30-day trial into the Ape Army, so you can check it out. Okay, check out this video.